Welcome back to the 1009 podcast. We got you the MLB preview for the upcoming season. Throwing it back to pretty much our first episode where I'm pretty sure that's what we did.
One of the first few, yeah.
Yeah. But, season starts Thursday. We'll get this out to you right before the season starts. So, just like college, we're going last minute on a deadline. So, can't wait to see what the boys got in mind for you tonight.
Well, we're such a intuitive podcast that, we need to see every spring training game to be able to make a decision.
Right.
That is obviously the most important thing when determining many things, is watching the 7th inning of the last spring training game, just to make sure you know who the low A prospects are in case the team plane goes down. So, with that being said, and after further ado, boys, I'm excited for the season.
I know.
This is going to be a good season.
It's snuck up.
Well,
we also got to see how players are with their character. JTL Realmuto is getting thrown out in spring training games. Is that going to carry over to the season?
Man.
You should be able to punch an umpire in the face if they do that.
If
Like
you
that-
get thrown out, if you get thrown out in a spring training game because of that, that is the biggest. I'm trying to make myself look good.
Yeah, like, in what world would you throw out a guy in a spring, like the last game, like the second to last game? Like,
In what world do you throw a guy out in spring training?
You're not going to hurt Realmuto at all. If anything, you're never going to work a pro game.
correct. Yeah, you just
If that's your
shot.
views, then
You could be 100% on balls and strikes, but you will no longer call a Major League Baseball game.
because if that happened like a TBS game, that umpire's gone.
Right.
That was what would happen.
Right.
It is spring training.
That's like
so
Angel Hernandez times 30.
at least he's consistently awful for the last.
Correct. Yeah, right.
I don't understand the power of that union or whatever system is in place that keeps him employed. Just can't be touched.
Yeah.
It's like with the umpires, all you hear about is the bad ones, but then you got that one guy that's sitting there with perfect games.
Pat.
Yeah, there was one guy.
Umpire scorecard. He's got like 3 or 4 last year.
Twitter follow.
Great Twitter follow. I'm so excited for this year to keep watching him. Pat, it's not Pat Sajak. He's dead. It's not Pat.
It's like a Pat T or something. I want to say
Pat T. McGregor. Nope.
nah, but you gotta follow. You gotta follow umpire scorecard, and then pitching ninja, of course.
Friend of the program. Yeah.
It's been more. That's it.
I can't believe how often I get into
I can.
fights with Pat Hoberg.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We will recognize the one consistently good umpire. Yeah.
There's a couple. Pat is 95.
Well, they're the minority.
Hang on. Let's go through this a little bit. Pat Hoberg has the highest, and there's a guy behind him at 0.1 less, Jeremy Rehak, but he's not known. Basically, if you're
It shouldn't be known as a point.
Pat Hornberg. Yeah.
right,
Yeah. If you're calling 100% and you don't miss a call, that needs to be called more than, or give more.
95% is like missing 3 calls a game.
Yeah.
And that's border calls. They did there is a weird expected accuracy call, because everyone loves these expected stats, me included. But the expected accuracy leader is actually a guy named Alex McKay. So be on the lookout this year for Alex McKay to throw a perfect or call a perfect game.
I was about to say call.
Sleeper in your umpire fantasy leagues.
Right.
That would be cool.
That would be electric.
That would be awesome. You get 30 points for an ejection.
No, it should just be you should get points for how right your umpire is that week.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't really know the schedule necessarily for an umpire, so you could get more points for picking a guy that calls 4 home plate umpires in a week, and less for like 2, but like if you're below a threshold, we might have to do this, boys.
Potential is there.
Anyways,
The
let's get on to
stat keeping for that would be insane, though.
it'd be this does it for you. This is it for you.
Yeah.
Uh,
But that's enough about umpires.
that's enough about umpires. Let's get into some real baseball. Like I said, excited for the season. Excited for the Braves specifically. I'm excited for the Angels too.
Yeah.
'Cause who knows how that dumpster fire is gonna go. This podcast knows things that other people don't, which will not be discussed. So I'm wondering how that plays out into this year with the team,
Which team?
the Angels.
Okay.
So, Grayson, let's go ahead and set the bar. You know, me and Bailey are two Braves guys. What are your expectations as an Angels fan, realistically?
Tucker Davidson, Cy Young.
I mean, if Tucker Davidson stays in the majors for more than half a season, I think that's a win. But
Very wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, the win total is floating around 82, 83 games. I'm hoping that's on the low end. I would hope to be closer to 90 than 80.
Is 80 playoff?
As they keep expanding the playoffs, unable to throw the Angels in, even during COVID when like 24 teams made it.
Yeah. The
It would be
Marlins
nice to make it, even if it's in the fraudulent third wild card spot. I will take it, and I will stop calling it the fraudulent wild card spot. But
So just so we're all clear, with the new
format, yes,
there's less of an emphasis on teams in your division. So you're not gonna have to play the Mariners as much. You're not gonna have to play the Astros as much.
Yeah.
it's 13 matchups instead of 19. Yeah,
13 instead of 27.
whatever the bigger number was, that was very bad. Yeah,
Yeah, it used to be 27, I think. But you know, obviously there's the addition of, you know, now you're gonna play the Yankees, you gotta play the Red Sox, the Braves, the Mets. Like,
Braves, yeah.
so according to this PowerRankingsGuru.com, I don't know the legitimacy. It seems right. I don't know. It's the strength of opponent determined by their own internal composite MLB power rankings. So I'm gonna take their word. The Angels have the 10th hardest schedule
that doesn't surprise me.
in baseball. Yeah,
That is not surprising.
outside of college sports, like strength of schedule just doesn't make sense to me. Like,
go on.
no, it's just because. All right, hold on. What am I trying to say? I guess it's because it's the best of the best when you get to the professional level.
Plus the athletics.
Yeah. Well, all right.
The athletics are gonna
I'll
be
agree
so
with
bad.
you.
Athletics, Tigers, Royals.
No, the Athletics are gonna lose so many more. They're gonna lose 110 games. They're so bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're so bad. You got them. That's a negative though, Grayson. You don't get to beat up on the Athletics.
We tend to
Yeah,
not, especially.
He also has.
is the issue.
He's now got Jacob DeGrom in his division, so he's only
He's
going
going to throw a perfect game of no hitter against us.
quarter of the season.
DeGrom. I forgot about the Rangers, who are a very good team. Not very good, but they're a good
You
team.
go by money spent. Yes, they're
As opposed,
in the AL West is going to be good, 14-wise.
very good.
well, is Rendon gonna stay healthy? Is Mike Trout gonna stay healthy? I don't want to say it, but sure, probably gonna stay healthy. Like,
Jared Walsh going to stay healthy. Taylor Ward.
I don't know if the fans of a Mike Soroka team can
Tyler-
really lecture me on missing
We don't
games.
need him.
but
We
oh,
did.
I'm sorry. We replaced Mike Soroka with a guy that had a rookie season that is unparalleled.
He was robbed of Rookie of the Year.
Who'd you replace your prospects with?
Reed Detmers. And
Hang on,
17
hang on.
Got another hitter.
Hang on.
Got another hitter.
Only
I gotta
solo
read
no
that.
hitter last year.
I got Reed Detmers talk.
Bust.
No, I like Reed Detmers this year.
Changeup is looking.
And there's a different shape to the slider at the end of last year. I think Reed Detmers could be like a 3.2 ERA guy.
That would be more than enough with Tyler.
I think he could
Anderson's
put up like
rotation.
3.5 WAR.
Yeah.
He's not going to be a high strikeout guy. He's just
No.
not. That's
He
not
never
what
has been.
pitches. He's not
He
going to
had
be an 11K
four in
and
his
10K
no-hitter.
guy. But yeah,
He was no hitter. He had like 4.
Right, yeah.
He's better than that. But like he could be a 7 to 9K per 9 type guy. Like he could go 6 and 5 Ks and 2 runs most games, is what I'm saying.
Which is what we need at middle rotation. So, yeah, that would be
He's your
exceptional.
2 then.
Sandoval or Tyler Anderson.
Oh, Patrick Sandoval.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, getting
Now,
prediction
5,
wise.
do not ask me about, but yeah.
Tucker Davidson. It's literally Tucker Davidson.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's literally Tucker Davidson.
I will act excited about that. Yeah, it's Tucker Davidson.
It's Tucker Davidson. Yeah.
Yeah, clip that. I mean, getting into prediction wise, I mean, we're already talking about it. Do we want to go ahead and start with the AL West?
Sure, I'll start on the AL West.
I mean, we're already there. We're already talking about it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk
Quickest
about it.
one, but yeah.
Grayson.
It's not.
Why is it the Angels? And
Now,
let us know.
I will be delusional about this Angels team, but they're not winning this division. They could maybe get second in the division, beat one of the Astros or Mariners,
Maybe.
but that seems to be the height of my optimism with the division. And I'm going to take the Astros to win the division.
So we're all going the same.
Yeah,
Like I said, it's
true.
going to be quick.
Yeah.
I wrestled with the
World
Mariners.
Series hangover, maybe. Yeah, I thought about that.
The Mariners are a play.
They're a live team right behind them.
They're a need one more piece to me team.
That's fair. Yeah.
Hear me out.
We're hearing you.
Halfway through the season, about trade deadline, Angels are 4.5, 3.5.
Yeah,
back.
Otani's gone. If he's not signed by an extension midseason, Otani's gone.
Nope.
Then he's got to sign a
What I'm saying is,
$10 deal.
With the Dodgers.
would the Angels make a trade for a starting pitcher or something like that to fill a fourth,
How many games back?
fifth, maybe 3 or 4? Halfway
In
through
the division?
I could see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they're 3 or 4 back in the division, they are firmly in the wild card.
They're by,
probably
yeah.
leading, have a wild card spot if
Yeah.
they're within 3 or 4 of the Astros.
So would they, Grayson, being the Angels stand, would they
if we're
make
not
that
buying
trade?
this season, especially with that, that proximity to the Astros, what the hell are we doing? I mean,
No, but here's the problem with that, and I'll push back on that a bit. If you're within that close and you're firmly in the wild card, you're one of the 3, already in it, you don't need 5 pitchers come October.
It's true. Yeah.
You don't need 5
that's
pitchers.
true too.
And why would you give up a prospect if you don't need a 5th starter?
I guess I don't have many, so that's another thing.
You got 20-something starters or pitchers now, don't you?
Yeah, we're still bottom 10 at every prospect ranking.
Yeah, your
Everywhere
farm
you find
system, your farm system's bad.
Now, catchers were great.
Catchers, Logan O'Hop,
And Cuero, yeah. We're
are great.
R.I.P. Kurt Suzuki.
If
legend.
if you're there, you don't need a 5th. That's not
I'd rather trade for a big
Is it more?
bullpen guy.
bullpen guy.
Yeah.
You can trade for a bullpen
Closer.
guy. Yeah.
But would it be more of a trade to
Yeah, great.
through the rest of? Yeah. Yeah, he's out for a bit.
Imagine, dude. Imagine.
Oh, he's out for 4 to 5 years.
Imagine you're let's just imagine here for a second. The Angels are in the ALCS, and it's Game 7, and your closer blows it, while the Braves close out Game 6 with Rafael Iglesias. Do you hang yourself?
Yeah. Because at that point,
Yeah.
Otani's probably the one closing that game. And if his last thing
Yeah.
the Angels have nuked to somebody, then that's going to be tough.
Oh, dude. Yeah, Otani's just got to stay healthy. But I think that's enough.
He's going to have mad bum duty throughout the playoffs if we get there, I think.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, the Angels are gonna blow his arm out if they haven't signed him by then. If they haven't signed him by then, they can't.
Yeah, if you want to go to the Yankees spot, you're going to have TJ before you go, though.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna have rotator cuff surgery. You're gonna have TJ. You're gonna have everything.
Which,
But yes,
honestly. So
yeah, with Rodon, and Severino. But if we continue on, that one's an easy one. Obviously, the AL West is there. Guys can be frisky. The Mariners can be. There's a firm list of teams that can be frisky, right? Come postseason and win a 5-game series. The Mariners and the Angels are there, and obviously the Astros are by far and away regarded as the team in the AL West. The Rangers,
the AL, honestly.
if the Rangers sneak into the playoffs, which I don't think they are, I think they're still a year or 2 away. If they sneak into the playoffs, they could beat anybody in the.
They've got the guys. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, Let's go east a little bit. AL Central. Who do we like? Who do we love? Who do we, expect to win that division? To me, this is once again a very easy division to call. I don't
Really?
think. Who do you got?
I've got the Guardians.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that was going to be unanimous. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know how much the Pablo Lopez signing might have swayed you, but yeah.
None.
Good.
And Correa apparently doesn't have an ankle, so
Right, he failed like 17 physicals in 2 months.
right. We got Bailey. Who do you got in the Central?
No, Guardians. Yeah.
Once again,
Same page.
those two teams are far and away, the heads, both in talent and player development, and the track record. Do you trust the Whites? Once again, the
White Sox have names, but
They're the
White
White
Sox
Sox.
have not done anything. They've done nothing, and they lost Jose Abreu too. Their one big name that was actually producing is gone.
Right.
As is La Russa. But
Yohan Makata has the talent to do anything.
Tim Anderson's all they got, at least in the field.
Hurt.
Oh, he played in the WBC.
Oh, he did.
he did.
So yeah, that's an easy division I think to call unless you're really betting on the upside of the White Sox, and
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think you should do that.
Looking at odds
Yeah,
based
got
off
pulled
of
up.
FanDuel has the Guardians at plus 115, Twins at 180, and the White Sox at 300. So it's kind of tight with the Twins, but I would still take the Guardians.
I just don't trust
I
the
would too.
Twins to play good baseball at home in the winter. Like, that's my big thing. Like, in Minnesota. Like, yeah, Correa's a fine player, but can Buxton stay healthy?
I was about to say, how
Probably
many games
not.
is Boston going to play?
Yeah,
That's
that's an MVP caliber player if he's healthy the whole
70 games a year is the only problem.
Yeah, Buxton can't, whatever. So, also the problem is the AL Central's like the grossest division in baseball. Like, who cares?
It's like the
The NL Central too.
At least the NL Central has names.
right.
Like, it has Yelich, it has
Hurts and Reds.
Burns, it has Brandon Woodruff, it has at least Hunter Green, Joey Votto, O'Neal Cruz,
The Royals have Salvador
Goldschmidt,
Perez.
Arenado. Who?
The
Salvador
Royals.
Perez? Yeah,
Yeah.
Salvador Perez,
And Zach
Greinke,
Greinke.
Whit
Uh,
Merrifield.
Bobby Witt Jr. Whit Merrifield is now on the Toronto Blue Jays as of last trade deadline.
I'm trying. That is one
Yeah.
thing I missed.
Because he got traded to the Blue Jays as a very outspoken anti-vax guy and then couldn't play.
Big
So-
South Carolina guy.
Big South Carolina guy. Big hit off
UCLA.
Trevor Bauer, I think. I believe it was off Trevor Bauer.
Yeah.
No,
Usually
No,
Bauer's
he-
the one getting hits off, but yeah.
no, this was in the College World Series.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think it was Bauer though. I can't remember.
What's his name again? What are we talking about? Who are we talking about?
Whit Merrifield.
Whit Merrifield.
You talking about the walk-off against UCLA?
Yeah.
Is that really off Bauer?
I think so.
50-50. Either it is or it isn't. But speaking of Clemson and South Carolina, softball is a wagon.
Did we
Sport.
run
2-0 last time I saw it.
Did we run roll?
Last time I saw it was 10-0.
Nah,
Yeah, that's what I saw.
10-0, 14th run rule, 15th shutout of the season. So
well, we own the state.
little
See about that.
finally in something. Side note, back to professional baseball, but yeah, they're AL Central. So far, we're 6-0 for 6 for 6 with the division picks.
Yeah, hang on. I'm watching the final AB to try to see. It doesn't look like Bauer. I think Bauer might have started that game.
Yes, because Garrett Cole was also on that team as well.
Yeah, Garrett Cole and Bauer were Friday, Saturday guys. Notoriously hate each other.
Yeah, those videos about Trevor Bauer in like college and stuff are amazing.
Yeah, this is definitely not Trevor Bauer. But is it? Trevor Bauer, UCLA. She doesn't know to act. No, he's not. 47. All right, anyways, moving on. Yeah, we're all on agreement for the first 6, but I think this is where it might start to get spicy going forward. So, Bailey, I'll let you start on the AL East as the resident Yankees fan. Who do you like in this division, and give us the reason why? This is a division that
This is going to be the
legitimately
biggest toss-up.
it could go any way.
Yeah.
Same thing. I mean, both East divisions in MLB could go either way.
It's crowded at the top.
Well, this is the only division I think all five could win.
Yeah,
All
I can
goes,
see
yeah,
the
Mel.
Roy.
I think it's the most wide open.
Yeah, because I think a couple podcasts ago we had somehow gotten on the topic of how the Orioles were 2 games out of the wild card.
Yeah,
They're the
They
last
might be
team out.
missing. They might be missing a few pieces, but they can get hot.
they get
Oh,
up.
they're just young. That's
Adley Rutschman could be a top 15 player in baseball. They have some pitching prospects that I don't think are that I don't
Grayson
think
Rodriguez.
but they
Cedric
could be
Mullins is out there.
Cedric Mullins was hurt last year, I think, and he could be better.
Yeah.
Gunnar Henderson is going to play shortstop, third base, and he could be really good. Yeah, they have upside. They also have a lot of downside. So who do you got, Bailey?
This is, I mean, stock pick. I'm going with the Yankees. They're the betting favorite. I mean, at this point, like you said, it's a toss up. Like probably at one point last year, 4 out of the 5 teams that were about to be in the playoffs because they were all in the wild card standings.
Sure.
So, yeah,
You go with
give me
the
the
Yanks.
betting favorite. Yeah, I'm going with the betting favorite.
Grayson?
I realized I had 2 betting favorites when I was putting this together, and this was the division I left for last in the AL because, like Bailey said, it's really wide open.
Yep.
I'm going to go Toronto, though. I picked them to win the World Series last year and ended their season before it even started. So, hand up for that. Picked their manager for Manager of the Year, and he didn't even make it to 4th of July. So, at the risk of doing that again, I'm still going to do it. Nothing to do with the MVP at all. The Yankees spend a lot of money, haven't won a World Series since 2009. So, I think Toronto can actually play to what I thought they would and give me Toronto in the AL East.
Yeah, they might. I initially leaned Yankees. I then thought I'm not sure that I trust their pitching.
Right.
I then don't trust their bullpen. I then don't trust Aaron Judge to replicate. I then don't trust the rookie shortstop that they just called up to start.
Volpe, yeah.
I then don't trust the hitting ability of their catcher. I then don't trust Anthony Rizzo to replicate what he did last year. I then don't trust the strikeout numbers of Josh
I
Donaldson.
picked the Blue Jays. I picked the Blue Jays.
No.
No.
You campaigned for 2.5 months for that damn MVP.
And who was
So,
right?
with
You were
that
still-
being said,
You're going with the Yankees.
no, I'm not going to the Yankees.
You're going with the Red Sox.
Did not go with the Red Sox, but I think they're a trendy pick to make a wild card team. Yeah. I can't decide between the Blue Jays and Rays. And I don't necessarily even I lean Tampa Bay. Because I believe in Wander Franco's talents. I'm saying all this like a question mark, yet, the Rays lost by 13 games last year. So, with that being said, I'm going to go with the Blue Jays. They just have too much, like, premium talent.
I mean, I think at least with this division so far, it's the one most up in the air. So,
I mean, I think there's 2 clear favorites, the Blue Jays and the Yankees.
Yeah.
And then all 5 can make a wild card spot, and all 5 may be able to win playoff series.
I think some of them were capable of 4th and 5th teams.
Right.
in
Yeah, I think, I think it's obviously Blue Jays, Yankees, and then a little step, and then it's probably the Rays, and then it's a little step, and then it's probably the Orioles and Red Sox.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think about.
I don't. Yeah, except probably the tightest race.
It's usually a close division anyway.
Well, we'll
Especially-
see what's the NL East. Which,
That's true, too.
speaking of, let's go ahead and move on to that because nobody really cares about the AL East. Bailey, who you got?
Braves. Next question.
Got the Braves. Grayson,
I rocked with them
Consensus.
last year.
Give me the
you
Braves.
got the Braves?
Yeah.
I got the Mets. I do have the Mets.
Didn't you have them last year?
I
Pretty sure you had them last year.
Yeah, I think y'all both did. I said the Braves.
No, I had the Braves. I had the Braves. Come on.
I mean, I might have had the Mets, and they tied it. They had the same record.
Yeah, but they're also without Edwin Diaz. And do you remember how many games that he shut us down with?
And also
What is
teams
the
that were less.
value? What is the value? Answer me this question. I don't necessarily have the answer on the top of my head. What is
What is the value in closers? Kenley Jansen.
Will Smith.
What is the value in a closer that can get you a 2 ERA and a 3.5 ERA?
3 or 4 wins.
Knowing that the difference between a 2 ERA and a 3.5 ERA is giving up 2 runs every outing, or out of 9 outings, out of 9 innings, you give up 2 runs. Like 9 outings of 1 inning, you give up 2. You give up 2 of those outings, you give up 1 run. Jesus. And then the other one is just 1 additional run. So if you give up that 1 additional run in a 3-1 ball game, well, then you still win 3-2. If you give it up in a 5-2 ball game,
Yeah,
well, then you win 5-3.
I see that point. But how many times was it when Edwin Diaz came on against the Braves and it was a one run game? I feel like it was the majority of the time, especially the beginning of the year. I mean, the last series we swept them, so that doesn't matter.
There's very few games out of reach, otherwise he wouldn't be in there.
But it also doesn't have to be against the Braves. Obviously there's 4 other teams in the division. How many other times were it against the Phillies? Was it a one run game? Against the Marlins is a 1-run game. Same thing with the Nationals. I know it's just one guy.
The New York Mets beat the Atlanta Braves 1 time by 1 run.
That would have been a 1 extra game that we would have won over them. We had a 1-game lead.
I mean, you're thinking about this like in oddities. Like,
Yeah.
if they give up 1, like that doesn't necessarily mean we don't. All I'm saying is people put too much value in like super low ERA pitchers, like especially relievers. They're a dime a dozen. How many relievers last year had like a sub-3 ERA? Like it's really not.
I mean, even guys like Josh Hader had like the worst 6 weeks in the history of baseball.
Right.
Yeah. The one thing I'm worried about with the Mets is that they replaced a quarter of the season Jacob deGrom with Justin Verlander, who knows if he's going to replicate what he did last season.
Unanimous Cy Young is kind of hard to replicate.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
So Edwin Diaz had a 1.3. He's not replicating a 1.3, even if he was healthy. Not replicating.
Yeah, I was about to say he ain't doing it this year.
AJ Minter had a 2.06.
That's fair.
That's not. That's not nothing.
It's 1 or 2 runs here and there.
Last year, as a reliever, there were hang on. There were 61 guys that had a sub-3. They're a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
So
Jesse Chavez.
I don't believe that. But yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, here's my reasoning for taking the Mets, and I have told this to people on the Braves. The Mets are not. No, the Mets are now consumed with winning the NL East. They're consumed by it. We've kind of seen the past 2 years what happens when a team just makes it and gets hot, like at the end, instead of blowing out, instead of making some series their World Series. The Braves made the Mets last year
got to the World Series.
The Mets and the Braves, that series was both of their World Series. Like that was the pinnacle.
Yeah.
The Phillies got hot and went to the final. Like Houston was the best team, but
right.
And the Braves got hot in 21 and won it all. So I think you have to understand could the Braves win it by 7 games? Sure, but I don't think they're gonna be all right this year. This year they literally set the rotation at the last month, so their guys would pitch against the Mets. We called up guys from AAA to play the Marlins, and it worked out. We swept them. But now I just feel if it as long as you're in the wild card, who cares?
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't matter now that there's the 1 extra spot for the wild card. I mean, it's 7 teams on each side.
And what's really, I mean, now, what is really the value of winning 101 games versus 86?
Nothing.
Yeah.
No, we won the World Series with what,
Rest your guys
87
more.
wins, 88 wins.
Rest your guys more, you know?
I mean, you avoid, I guess, a team like the Phillies a bit earlier, but the hottest team is going to come out of those wild card rounds anyway. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. And the Mets and the Braves, I mean, the Braves have the pitching to dominate a 3-game series. Any 3-game series.
Right.
They have the staff. So, that's just my thoughts. I mean, we are kind of
I don't blame you
discrediting.
for taking the Mets.
We are kind of discrediting the Phillies. They had a
100%.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Bryce Harper will
yeah.
be back mid-season,
Mhm.
which I don't know if he's going to hit before then. I think the jury's still out, so that'll hurt.
But he hit most of the
I
season.
think it depends on how the team does, honestly,
Right.
too.
Well, because Bailey, that he hit before he had TJ.
That's true. That's true. I forgot he got surgery. That's
So, yeah.
I'll fix it a little bit.
The number one catcher in baseball.
Yep.
You have arguably the number one shortstop in baseball. You have arguably the number one right fielder in baseball.
Yep.
Bryce Harper.
There's
It's
a conversation.
arguable. He's a top 10 outfielder.
Yeah.
Firmly, yeah.
Aaron Nola, Zach.
Aaron Nola,
Wheeler.
Zach Wheeler.
I can't think of 3 either.
I can think.
I can see
Reese
the
Hoskins
guy.
got hurt. Alec Boehm is not good.
Well,
They said they have Gene Segura, I believe, at shortstop, who's terrible.
Second baseman.
That's the problem. I guess I should discredit the Phillies. They just don't have depth. They don't
got
have
names.
depth. They don't have depth
Brennan
to
Marsh
me
in right field.
to win. He
Mhm.
was fine last year, but he's terrible with the Angels. Like, they don't have depth to win 162. Like, to win
Yeah,
the division in 162. They have names to get hot and, like, you know,
They got names to take you to a World Series and lose.
absolutely.
Well, nobody was beating Houston last year, honestly.
I thought they were going to be Houston.
Because they were the hottest team in the world.
Bryson, yes.
Scott is their projected second baseman.
Bryson. Who's their
Oh, they got. We're forgetting some names here. Castellanos and
was literally the worst hitter in baseball last year.
Kyle Schwarber.
Oh,
Streaky, but one of the better power hitters in baseball.
once again, streaky.
You get him into some sort of championship game
That's
or
what I'm
playoff
saying.
game.
You get Kyle Schwarber
Right.
hot. He's hitting 7 home runs in 7 games.
Josh Harrison's a utility guy for him.
He is awful.
Taiwan Walker is over there now as a starting pitcher.
He's going to be terrible.
No. Yeah. Jose Alvarado, that weird guy that slams Red Bulls. Craig Kimbrell is in the bat.
The Alvarado dies of a heart attack from
Greg
that.
Soto, Andrew Vasquez.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. They just don't have depth. Like the Braves,
Right.
their entire bullpen is a good bullpen. Their entire starting rotation is a good rotation. Betty Rosario's good. Outside of
Who's playing shortstop?
shortstop,
Orlando.
He's looked good.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, I mean, moving on. The Braves, good club.
Braves Mets, which I can see the Mets. I wouldn't be. I mean, we've what 4 years in a row. Streaks are made to be broken, but
Except in the 90s.
how many World Series did that get us?
One.
Them 98 Braves. Shout out to your boy.
It's the worst song ever made.
So bad. It's so terrible.
Morgan, if you're listening, that song is so bad. And I have told it to people. I have told that to people with direct contact with him.
Over under 1.5 Braves players that use that as a walk-up song.
Under.
No, under, but over under 5 times it gets played a game.
Over.
Oh,
An inning. Every
So are they
pitching
gonna
change
want to
is
play a disappointing team? A song about a disappointing team that let people down.
It's Morgan
Yes,
Wallen
because-
about the Braves. They will play.
yes, because Morgan Wallen also made the theme song for the Tennessee Vols, and it's about the Tennessee Vols getting their shit kicked in every year by Alabama, and that plays at every Tennessee baseball game.
It's fair. That's fair. That's valid.
I mean, like I said, that song is not like a nice song about
No.
being a. It literally says.
For 25
we have the
years,
best
Alabama has
possible team
destroyed
and we still
Tennessee.
lost.
It literally opens up the song. They beat us every damn year. It's been a minute since we pulled out a win. That is the opening 2 lines. And Tennessee's like, shit, what's the
Crank
chorus
that
go?
shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little deep south Delta Gamma. Everyone's like, that song is about your arch rival kicking your shit in every year.
which will continue next year. But yeah,
Yeah.
Back on track.
correct.
Speaking of back on track, NL Central, Cardinals.
Yeah,
He's going Cardinals.
Yeah,
I got the Cardinals too. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm going Brewers.
going Brewers. Yeah,
Going Brewers.
I was alone with the Cardinals last year and got it right.
You did go Cardinals last year?
I did. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's going to be a 2-horse race.
Yeah, I think so.
If
too.
somehow the Cubs are up that high, congrats.
I'm not saying the Cubs will be terrible.
It's
I
playing
just
at
think they're going to be
MVP
good
level.
enough to hang around this division.
There's no shot the Cubs are hanging around this division.
Right.
Unless Bellinger
Wild card,
decides to be
maybe.
2018 Bellinger.
Yeah, if it's like prime Dansby,
Prime Dansby meeting last year.
yeah, like rookie of the year, first couple season, Cody Bellinger, like Marcus Stroman is an ace. Like, okay, cool.
Oh, Marcus Stroman tears his ACL again, and you can print that.
Pure Puerto Rican.
I think he is like half Puerto Rican.
I know, but he won a
Yeah. You can't
Yeah.
win it with the U.S.
yeah.
and then not get invited. So you're like, I'm gonna go play for Puerto Rico. Have some pride.
And get bounced.
Have some pride.
Right.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever. The WBC's rules about where you can play are absurd.
Yeah,
Don't tell Lars Nootbaar that.
cousins.
Yeah, Lars Nootbaar began to play for Japan when they have their own professional league.
Yeah.
What?
I understand a little bit of Great Britain with like,
Entertainment.
oh, you're yeah, and Jock Peterson's playing for Israel because
Fine.
yeah,
Israel. Fine.
What else is he going to play?
yeah, it's because
Fine. You should have to be born.
On the soil of the country you represent.
Yes.
Yeah.
The same rules to being elected president should have to go to playing in the WBC.
So speaking of Lars Nootbaar and the Cardinals, me and Grayson, like we said, are on the Cardinals. Too many names, too many guys.
The
many
Brewers
year-
pitching staff is too good.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's a fair point. They do have the pitching edge, I think.
and they also got William Contreras.
Who is a good hitter.
Yeah, great hitter.
I just can't get past Nolan Arenado and Paul Goldschmidt on the same team
And Lars.
and not win their division.
They have to regress. They have to. They have to.
How many times have we said
Yeah.
that about Arenado,
Right.
though? We said he was going to regress after he left Colorado.
And he did. And then he had a good season last year. Now he's going to regress back. Don't
I'm not-
take the outlier as the mean.
Right, but I'd rather take the team. I don't like banking on regression because it's almost as dangerous as the opposite.
What's his WAR? What's Arenado's WAR at?
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
That-
It was defense.
I was about to say, because that makes up for a good bit of his batting.
To me, I'm going to bet on dominant pitching more than an outlier year in hitting every single time.
50-year-old Adam Wainwright doesn't do it for you.
No. If you bet on the Cardinals, you're betting on that top prospect to be good and probably winning
Yes.
Rookie of the Year.
Which I may have, but yeah.
Yes, made that too.
Jordan Walker, yes.
You guys are too caught up.
I said
Work with Hunter Green, right?
Marcus Hunter Green. Shout out Hunter Green. Worst fastball in the major leagues.
He was like 32nd in Rookie of the Year, right?
Was he? I don't even know if he can crack that.
Um,
I mean, look, I'm sure the Cardinals are the betting favorites. You know,
Yes, they are. Minus
by a
130.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Milwaukee plus 165. The Cubs are 6-1, and the Pirates and Reds are very large numbers. So
Yeah. So Pirates and Reds have no chance.
yeah, that's reflected in the odds.
Look, I'm betting on Corbin Burns throwing 210 innings. I'll get into my Cy Young pick, but throwing 210 innings. Brandon Woodruff having a bounce back year. They have another guy that I forgot the name of. So I just believe in the Brewers pitching. So
That's fair.
sue me. Christian Yelich looked good at the end of last year. Willie Adames is a top-tier shortstop.
Yes.
Rowdy Tellez is going to have a great year, I think, now without the shift. William Contreras is a good hitter.
Luke Voigt just signed with them to get opening day. I do
He
believe.
did. I missed that.
No, he was.
opted out.
It was like a weird. But then I think they signed him and then dropped someone. I just saw it. Yeah.
Brewers signed, 1 year deal. DFA Castanheira.
Oh wow.
So I'm betting on Corbin Burns, Brandon Woodruff, Eric Lauer, Freddie Peralta. Not Wade Miley. He's terrible. But yeah, so
we will have someone right about this division. That's what matters.
we will have somebody right. I think about every division.
Yeah. So far.
Matt Bush was the first overall pick, and he's had a bounce back here last year. So he's in their bullpen. So yeah. Anyways, moving on to the NL West, and what I would assume is a pretty easy pick.
Let's get yours first.
Yeah, lead us off. This is the most top-heavy division by far.
Oh, top heavy.
Yes.
I have the Padres, and I think it's easy.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Dodgers are the betting favorite, but
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
they are.
Dodgers minus 125,
they're
Padres
minus
plus
money.
120. As I look at it, we're literally right now.
DraftKings, FanDuel, points bet. I don't know what.
We're getting plus money on the Padres.
Yes. I'm about to take them.
We're getting plus money on the Padres.
Yes.
Yes. And the Braves, I mean,
Same website I'm looking at.
yeah, I am.
Roto.
I'm on FanDuel.
Oh no, this has got DraftKings, FanDuel, and points bet. Like it's got
Aggregate, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all going to have Padres first. And it's not even, I don't know if it's a reflection of which team is better. I think it's where the money is. I
The
think a lot of
Padres are
people
both.
kinda-
yeah, but the money is with. I mean,
I would think
money is
I'm saying the Dodgers.
Yeah, but some people
the
tune out
Padres,
of baseball from September to like June. And so they
Other-
think Dodgers minus 120 easy. And
The
that's
only thing is, other books that we know of has the Dodgers at minus 115 and the Padres at minus 105.
well, that's why you shouldn't bet there. If you,
Yeah. So technically,
forced to.
some people could not
Take the
get-
plus money with the Padres. Shop the odds.
Yeah.
Right,
people
depending
can
on where
get
you
the plus
live,
money.
that's only available to an extent.
And if we're talking about positive EV betting here, that's like insane.
Yeah, no, it's not close. So if you see Padres plus money, that's probably one of the better plus money picks out there. Braves at even money, although like we already said, that might not be as intense a race as it.
But
has
I
been.
just don't think that's that good enough value. It's as good a value just because it's a 3-team race relative to a 2-team race.
Right.
Like you're
Guardians
betting
are
on
plus
plus money right
115.
now, and you could say at worst it's a coin flip on who's going to win the West, but you're getting plus
Yes.
money.
Yes.
I would
So
go
that's
There's no
plus-
third
yeah.
sneaky team lurking in the West, NL West at least. Yeah.
unless the Dodgers somehow or the Giants somehow pull off that season that they had a couple years ago. Is it an even year? No, it's an odd year.
No.
So they're done.
yeah, they're done.
No, they did it in the odd year 2 years ago.
Well, Brandon Crawford's terrible now.
Yeah.
Brandon Belt's gone. Buster Posey's retired from that year.
Their old
Yeah.
pitching is older.
Old pitching is older.
Yeah,
Alex
they-
Cobb is good, but that's it.
No, they have the opening day starter. What's his name? Logan Webb.
Logan Webb and Alex Cobb, both good
Yeah.
pitchers. The Giants have the ability to spoil
Yes.
the division for one of the two.
Yes.
Whoever,
I can see the Giants
here's my
finishing
prediction.
second.
Here's my prediction. If the Padres win the season series against the Giants and the Dodgers lose the season series against the Giants, the Padres will win the division and vice versa.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You know what I mean? Like if you
Yeah.
go 8-4 against the Padres or against the Giants, like you'll probably win the division.
Yeah.
Because the other team's going 6-6 or 5-7.
And plus, you're probably winning 2 out of 3 at worst against Arizona and Colorado total anyway. So
Yeah,
that's
for sure. So, yeah, I mean, so we all went Padres.
Yep.
Which is crazy considering they're plus money.
right.
Yeah, but
Depending on where you're
so
at.
that's one of those picks that like it's there and you gotta
I mean, baseball's a weird sport that, like,
you never know.
in the divisions as well, like, the favorites are going to win. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, most sports, like the division favorites are going to win the division. Like the 1 or 2 favorites are going to win the division. So there's not much variance. But until we get to the next ones, the award winners for 2023, I think this is where we could have some shakeup.
Yeah.
So we can start with whatever one you guys want. What do you think?
Let's do an easy one. AL MVP.
Is it easy? Is it easy?
Well, it's easy for me.
Bailey?
Speaking of taking favorites.
I mean, yeah, I'll bite. Give me Ohtani. I mean, just based off
What are the odds? What can we get on Ohtani odds?
Plus 220.
You can get plus odds on Ohtani.
Yeah, it's plus 220. Aaron Judge is about plus 500, plus 700 on FanDuel. Mike Trout plus 800. J-Rod's plus 900. I mean, I'm going to go Shohei. I mean, I didn't bet Aaron Judge last year. I just made the prediction at one point in the season, and whoops. But
Which you'll
seeing what he did in the WBC and knowing who he is and what he's capable of, give me Ohtani.
I said this the other year. Judge had a historic year batting. Year batting. So unless that happens, Ohtani could be an average hitter and an average pitcher, and he has a 7 WAR.
Yeah, you said that the whole time, and then it just happened to be that
And he did.
Judge broke that record.
Yeah.
Right, but if Judge plays the Twins, Ohtani still wins MVP.
Yes. Probably.
They could have the same team record, same everything. If he plays for the Twins.
Like I said, it was where he was playing at and what he was chasing.
Yeah, not a World Series. Give me Ohtani.
Still made the playoffs.
I've said. Sure. Every year since 2009. Congrats.
Ohtani.
Yeah, I got Ohtani. I mean, that's
Okay.
easy. That's
Yeah.
easy. Like if I'm like trying to once again get the best odds to predict, like I don't want to go on a limb here. Like maybe at the end we can talk about like going on some limb things.
Yeah. I mean, if we might at some point do like a mid-season not adjustment, but like what we're looking at now, like what this season has given us.
With data in front of us, what do we think about predictions now?
Yeah, and so going off of that, let's keep going. On to NL MVP. Who do we guys got? Like I said, I think this is where, unfortunately, AL MVP is like, it's hard to bet against that.
Yeah.
It's hard to bet against that.
The betting favorite for NL right now is, you got Juan Soto up. Is
by considerable margin.
Yeah. But
damn it, is it?
Yeah.
Plus 550.
But then it's
Mookie is
Mookie.
plus 950.
And then Acuna. And then Tatis.
I pick Soto. I didn't look at odds, and I wish I didn't now.
There are some weird odds.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb.
Please.
Give me Trey Turner.
I like that.
I was between,
Give me Trey Turner.
Mine was between Trey Turner and Juan Soto.
I'm going to hate if he does because that might mean the Phillies are like first in the division, but
you're hedging your bet there, though.
Yeah.
You are. So Grayson?
But then also, I do have a dark horse. Like,
no, we'll save it to the end.
Turner.
Save the dark horse.
Yeah. We'll have a dark horse part, but
I was strongly considering Trey Turner only because if he's responsible for this team contending through Bryce Harper.
And this is solely off the WBC.
Recency bias. Yeah, I was about to say recency bias.
Right.
100%.
Also an American hero. Yeah,
American hero.
So that helps.
Absolutely.
I'm saying this mostly because I want to see it happen because when this guy plays at the level that it's going to take to win this award, he's the most electric player in baseball. You guys are very familiar with him. It's it's a kid.
Right.
You're going to Acuna, huh?
Yeah. 10-1.
I don't hate it.
Knowing how well he can play when healthy.
Yeah.
When he can play when he's healthy, there's not a...
It's
40-40 Shohei Ohtani's good.
40-40 watch.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, it's 40-40
Yes.
watch.
Which is incredible. And I don't care what Facebook says about his base running or whatever else, or his chain or whatever else. But,
I like that. So we all three went somebody different, finally.
Yeah. The fact that I'm looking at Fernando Tatis in the top 4 is mind-blowing.
He has the same odds as Acuna, and I think that's the stupid
But
place
what
to play.
position
Go
is he gonna
check.
play?
Go check for
Suspended.
pieces 162 rates or 150
Oh,
rates.
yeah.
It's absurd.
And now he has trace amounts of steroids in his system, so who knows?
How much? Yeah, what? Middle April?
Yeah.
April 20,
That's basically a full season.
21st? Yeah.
That's a full
20,
season.
I think the official date he's eligible to turn is 23rd.
Yeah, there you go.
That's full.
So,
In my brief research.
all right, AL Cy Young.
I'm probably going to have the longest odds on this one.
You're going to Tom?
AL Cy Young?
I think of our 3 picks, mine will have the longest odds, yeah.
Who do you got?
Alek Manoah. Because if I'm right about Toronto and he can outshine Gaussman, which is not a given,
He's not wrong. I see.
finalist last year. So I think that's, we get caught up with DeGrom. He's a betting favorite. Garrett Cole, head case. Dylan Cease, will the White Sox matter past mid-July? Ohtani, obviously, just above Manoah in odds, but I think the MVP will be enough for him awards-wise. So, yeah, give me Alek Manoah.
Bailey. I like that pick. Not really. I hate Alek Manoah, but I like the
I'm separating the person from the
Great mic'd up session, though.
Yes.
That's the one thing he's got going for him.
He's a fake tough guy.
I'm going to go out on another limb here. The new ace out in Houston, Christian Javier. Look, I mean,
Oh, I lied.
yeah,
Javier is 21-1. So that puts my 12-1 to shame.
I mean, Shane Bieber, who knows if he's going to be healthy throughout the season. Shohei, if he wins one, he's going to probably win the up. That's good.
I mean, Verlander
give
did
me-
that in the past.
Yeah. Yeah,
Christian Javier.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with him.
Yeah. Stick with your gut.
Yeah, stick
Yeah.
with your guts.
I think I went with him last year.
No
Or I was
way.
supposed to.
No way.
I would.
No.
No way. No way.
Hold on, give me a second.
I'm going with
We would've-
Goatsees. He
Okay.
led the league in walk rate last year, so if he cuts it from like 3.9% down to 3%, he doesn't get
That's
enough
a
run.
bigger shift than you think. Yeah.
Yeah. So Dylan Cease, sliders elite, fastballs elite. I worry about how we can.
No, I went Shane Bieber last year.
Yeah, those are different. Yeah. I worry about Cease, how he's going to adapt to the pitch clock. We've already seen some of that in spring training. He has like an 11 in spring training, which is not good. But if he cuts his walk rate down, he might be question mark the best player, best pitcher in baseball.
I mean, that one nightmare start in spring training really
Who's got the
screwed
better
those
mustache?
Right. Yeah. Who has the better mustache? Not
kid in
Dylan
Atlanta.
Cease. So yeah, I mean, I think once again, good that we all three went something different, and all three different divisions too.
Yes.
So, I mean, yeah. So and then we got
I
Cy Young.
went with the favorite DeGrom because we all know his track record.
Well, if you remove the games played initiative out of it, then
And if he does, we were way wrong.
If
if he plays a full season, he doesn't win Cy Young, then something
something
historic happened.
Yeah.
Yep. So yes, something historic. Somebody had a 1-3. Somebody had a Bob Gibson 1982 or whatever.
60 scoreless inning streak. Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right. So NL Cy Young. I'll probably disagree with probably both of you on this one.
I'm not going to go with it.
No.
No.
Who are you gonna go with?
I don't know. I know I'm not going with him.
Okay. So who are you going with?
Who is your incorrect answer?
I've had like 3 hours to figure this out.
I know. Give me.
All right,
gonna go
Ben's
with
gonna go last.
I'm going Corbin Burns.
Damn it. That's what I was gonna go with. Somebody's
Yeah.
changing it. That means I'm changing it. Why are you going Burns?
It's just, I mean, Sandy Alcantara's team. I feel like I don't know if he's going to be able to replicate what he did last year. Verlander, another year, new division. Scherzer, another year on him. Corbin Burns is just a young guy who, I mean, he's proven year in and year out so far that he is a stud. So,
I agree with you. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to pick against
go with Aaron Nola.
No, I'm not going with Aaron Nola. So I'd go Zach Wheeler before I went with Aaron Nola. Grayson, go. I just don't want to do what. I just don't want to do what he. I just want it to be all three be different.
Sure.
All right. Yeah, I feel strongly that I'm going to hit at least one of my MVP and my Cy Young picks in the NL because they play for the same team.
Do it.
I'm taking
Do it.
Strider.
You are taking Strider.
We have not seen it rise through the minor league system and then dominating, I would say, 85% of his time in the majors last year.
Yeah.
200 strikeout season. I don't think pitch clock will affect him much. Best stash in baseball.
Didn't he have a violation?
I think everybody had one or two.
Yeah.
Yep, that was I know what happened.
Plus, he wears 99 now, so how the hell can you not pick him?
99. Does wear 99.
Sick.
I'm not saying that I don't have money on him.
Yeah, give me the kid.
If Spencer Strider wins the Cy Young, there is a record being broken. There's a record being broken.
Yeah.
He is throwing 16 strikeouts.
It might be K9 or strikeouts.
He might hit like a 20K game. Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right.
Like if I'm looking like at my objective stats, like things that I worked on this offseason, like I would probably go with him. I'm not going to just.
What's the value at 10-1?
Just because you know him.
It's a jinx. It's a jinx.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I'm not. That's why I'm not picking him right now.
Yeah, so I'm not going
100% solely because of a jinx.
Like if you look at him on a rate basis, it's crazy, but like he should probably be the betting favorite. Like I'm just not sure that the Braves will let him, get to that 180 inning threshold.
That's another thing.
But
he's been in the majors like 1.01.
How many innings did he have last year?
132 in a third, I think.
Because he started in the bullpen. You got to remember that.
Yeah, that was 2 or 3 months in the bullpen.
June 2nd was like his first start.
So if he makes
late, wow, okay,
5 starts at 6 innings, ideally that's 30. That's 160.
I mean, look, I think 160 is. If we get 160 out of him this year, I think that's a really good year.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I think Corbin Burns is going to throw 205. I think Aaron Nola is going to throw 200. I think Sandy Alcantara is going to throw 210. Like Zach Wheeler is going to throw 200. Like once again, on a rate basis, I don't think there's going to be a better pitcher in baseball. Period. On hits per 9, strikeouts per 9, et cetera, et cetera. I'm just worried about the volume and it being lacking.
The only category he won't be up there in is innings pitched.
Innings pitched, yeah.
Yeah. He'll get the strikeouts. He'll more than likely get the run, or not get the runs.
The whip will be low. The FIP will be low. Sierra will be low. ERA will be low. Home runs per 9 will be low. If he cuts down, once again, his walks per 9, kind of like don't see it.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
As long as guys just don't figure him out.
Well, there's nothing to figure out. That's the problem. That's why you could bet on him. It's like, what is there to figure? You kind of know what's coming.
That would happen in August.
And one of the things happens 65% of the time.
Yeah.
So I thought there was a third thing he was working on.
I'm not worried about it. So I'm not worried about. Well, so even then, like, what are you going to figure out then?
He's going to throw that 8% of the time?
I don't know, 5 or something. But
single digits.
Yeah, I'm not going to go with him just because of that. But my objective brain, thinks, yes. It's crazy how much the metrics like Hunter Green this year, which is...
That's your boy. That's your boy.
I hate Hunter Green. The problem is, like, outside of the top obvious, like, 15, 20, there's not anyone that's like, this guy can make a jump. Like,
right.
To me, my biggest voting is like volume. Like, I'd rather take a guy that threw 210 innings with a 3.2 than a guy that threw 160 with like a 2.4. Like, that's me.
And the voters literally see that more.
Right.
As they throw more. So, I mean, that's the unstated obvious part of this.
I don't know. I kind of want to go. I don't know. Bailey took mine with Corbin Burns. I didn't think you'd take Corbin Burns.
You're welcome.
I mean, Hunter Green is 50-1.
50-1? Yeah, over my dead body.
Kyle Wright's
teammate,
5-1.
his teammate Nick Lodolo is higher than him. I will go with. I'm gonna go with Max Fried.
I like that.
I like that pick.
I like it.
Fried. I'm gonna go Fried.
He's due.
12-1. Yeah.
Kids do.
Yeah, I mean, he had an incredible year last year.
Yeah.
I think he'll keep it going. He would have won if Sandy didn't have a really, really good year.
Yeah.
So
Know that feeling.
2 Braves and a Brewer. Technically, 3 Braves.
If it's not from one of those 2 teams, I would be honestly surprised.
I would too.
Barring Sandy just picking up where he left off and going.
Which I don't
with
think
that
he will.
for the whole.
I don't think he will.
No. As electric as it was, I don't think it happened.
In the next 2 ones are the most wild card at all
You
time.
can pick a name and
Pick a name. Good AL Rookie of the Year. Who do you guys got?
I know mine. I'm not even going to try pronouncing his name. It is the Masataka for Boston.
Yoshida.
Hiroka, I think he's last name.
Yoshida.
Yoshida. Close.
Yeah, I mean, you can literally name a Rookie of the Year, and I mean, he hit a homer today against us, so I saw that.
Did against Charlie Morton, old man Charlie.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, I mean,
obviously Japanese rookies have a leg up because they've been playing professional baseball for a lot.
and that was kind of my.
Yeah, I mean, it's a safe pick. You know, there is also a chance that he Ks 35% of the time because he hasn't ever
100%.
seen 93-mile-an-hour sliders. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, this could go any way.
These are dart throws, truly.
Yeah. So Grayson, who do you got?
I'm going to take an even safer pick, the betting favorite, just because this organization has been cursed for so long. They deserve good things to happen to them. And the only way that happens is if the young guys pan out. So give me Gunnar Henderson of the Baltimore Orioles.
Me too. And that's a very obvious pick.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what else you can pick other than Gunnar Henderson.
It's similar to the AL not Cy Young, MVP for me.
Yeah.
I just feel like
I think what my thinking was I went too chalk with division winners. I had to have some sort of
fair.
Sure. I mean, look, like I said, it could,
and I like the pick too. I mean, like you said, Japan, a little bit more professional experience, but not 97.
Right.
But no, like Gunnar Henderson, we saw bits and pieces of him last year,
and he was really good.
Yeah.
Last year, he in 116 at bats, he hit 260 with an OPS plus of 123 as a 21-year-old. Just turned 20.
That'll play.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So then NL Rookie of the Year, who we got?
I'll start off.
Grayson, you tipped your hand.
Yeah, I spoiled it, so I'll go first. Staying chalk, I will follow suit with Bailey in the NL like he did the AL. I will take the second leading odds guy, Jordan Walker.
Sinkai? Oh, Jordan Walker.
Jordan Walker of the St. Louis Cardinals at plus 390 as I look at it on FanDuel. I just think the Cardinals have kind of shown the initiative to find him ABs. He'll start the year on the roster. It's going to be a little tough to fit him in, I think, some days, just with how good the outfield can be for them. Carlson's a name that might lose a bit of traction in the starting lineup if it comes down to him or Walker. But I think we'll find out pretty quickly if Walker is going to be a guy in contention for this to work. He's going to play so early. So I could be very wrong about this quickly, or I could have the betting favorite for most of the season. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, the shoulder injury in spring training for him scares me.
Yeah.
You see his splits before and after.
I think that's why he's on the betting favorite, in all honesty.
Yeah.
But
Who's the betting favorite?
Corbin Carroll at plus 350.
That is who I picked.
Yeah.
That's who you picked, Bailey?
Yep.
I had a feeling. Yeah.
I've seen enough about him, and he looks good.
Defense alone will, in guys just vote off a WAR, and his WAR is going to be inflated because he plays good defense and he plays, runs the bases really well. So, yeah, I mean there's not much else to say, and he can also hit.
Yeah.
So he also already got paid 8 years, $111 million.
Right. That's taken care of.
Shout out Michael Harris's agent.
Yeah.
Same guy?
No, I'm just saying
Oh.
Mike got screwed.
Same, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
general format.
Bailey, World Series.
Oh, we're going. I thought, shit.
I don't want to do the wild card. And
No,
I was going to give you a nice little dark horse, like one of my wild card picks. I got the Angels making the playoffs. I'm gonna
there we
say
go.
that out loud. Gonna go ahead and say it.
I will also say it out loud.
you're a fraud.
No, I like them. Give me the Braves. I'm going Braves.
Braves.
One of the betting favorites. I'll rock with the boys. I can't not pick against them and then it end up being that way. And
I agree. Grayson.
Yeah, speaking of odds, this team's preseason odds are the same odds as the Braves at the All-Star break the year they won it. 40-1. Also the same odds as preseason the last time they won the World Series in 2002. So
there's
Give me
no
the
way you're
Angels.
doing this.
Otani signs for $11 billion with the right LA team, and that's the Angels. You can shake your head. I don't care. I've been objective for most of the last hour. So that all goes to hell now. Give me the Angels.
All right, screw what I just said. 100
Beating the
points. Angels
Padres.
don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, Grayson, pick that up.
No, I'm just kidding.
Grayson goes Angels.
I have them beating the Padres. The last time they were in the World Series, they beat a steroid fraud in Barry Bonds. So we'll do the same with Fernando Tatis and save the integrity of the game. So you're welcome in advance. Now the safe picks out of the way. Who you have, Jacob?
I am going with the San Diego Padres to win
Safe
it all.
pick.
Yeah, they have too much hitting. They have too much pitching. If they need anything at the deadline, that AJ Preller is going to go all in.
Yeah.
They're going
They
to
have Xander Bogaerts, an already nasty lineup once they traded for Soto. So I mean,
They have
that's just
Xander Bogaerts. They have Juan Soto. They have Fernando Tatis. They have. Is that it?
honestly after that. It doesn't-
Manny Machado.
Yes, that guy
Not big.
matters.
Scary.
Trent Grisham in the outfield, Matt Carpenter at DH,
Musgrove, Darvish.
Austin Nola behind the plate.
Austin Nola is terrible.
Doesn't matter. Cronenworth at first. I'm looking straight off the depth chart here. But Darvish, Musgrove, Blake Snell, top three in the rotation. Michael Wacha slotted fourth right now. That's
Sure.
Yeah.
He used to be
again,
good.
doesn't matter.
Right.
So yeah, I'm staking with the Angels, but if you were, gun to my head, pick a team that actually makes the NLCS or CS series, I would take the Padres.
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
I hate it.
There's
So
98 Braves.
Did lose to the
Yeah,
Padres.
Padres.
Thank you, Bailey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bringing it full circle.
So yeah, those are our picks. Does anybody want to rattle off some dark horse? Do we think,
Dark horse MVP, Matt Olson. I know it's basically what have you done for me lately, but
I'll give him more credit than that.
I almost went with Matt.
yeah,
I'd give him more. I'd almost
Yeah.
give him credit to the point he can't be a dark horse.
he had a little bit of. He changed his batting stance a little bit. Brought the back toward.
That doesn't even matter. It just no shit.
I know, but it with that too.
No shit.
Yeah.
Matt, pull the ball and hit 45 home runs.
No, it doesn't matter when you hit home runs. Hit it over the shift.
If you clear all the gloves, then yeah.
But yeah, so my dark horse MVP is, I want to say Julio Rodriguez in the AL.
You read my mind. Yeah.
Damn.
Because I was thinking the same vein of Trey Turner as far as teams considered a strong playoff team, but not a contender.
Julio Rodriguez could win MVP and will that team to a division title.
Yes. Exactly. That is,
It's
yes.
6.2 WAR last year. That is a lot. So, let's say he's a little bit better. Last year he played, how many games? Oh, it's projections.
I feel like it was.
Last year he played
triple digits.
132 games.
Yeah.
So he plays 35 more.
Mm-hmm. That's there. Again, similar to the Trey Turner theory, is if that team is on top of or near the top of the division, they have one player kind of galvanizing them to that spot.
Right.
Obviously, there's a couple more candidates in Philadelphia compared to Seattle, but
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I think Otani wins it if he's a good pitcher and a good hitter. And last year he was
Right.
a elite pitcher and a very good hitter.
and I think outside of Shohei, Judge, and Trout, every other name in the AL is a dark horse. Just
Trout, I don't think so, just because they're,
well, he's already, I think, as a 3-4 time winner. I think
he's no longer. But I'm saying he's no longer a 155 game player. He's not.
no, he's not.
And if you have any chance of him staying healthy, he's a 130 game player.
Which if he's productive in those 130, we should be okay.
Yeah, he could still be really good. Yeah, he could still put up 7 more, which is crazy.
Seeing some noise about people betting him to lead the MLB in home runs, which I think is
not the worst idea. It's not
No.
if he plays 140 games, he could hit 50.
right.
Yeah. I kind of
As we know, you hit 50, you win MVP. Doesn't matter what happens. So
yeah. I kind of have I don't know if this is necessarily a dark horse rookie of the year, but I also like Miguel Vargas for the Dodgers.
Okay.
It's just you're talking dark horses. Wasn't necessarily a coin flip between him and Carroll, but
Why? Just because he's gonna play shortstop every day? Oh wait, no, he's not a shortstop.
I mean he's gonna play third.
He was terrible last year. I do want that to be said.
bounce back.
Yeah. I mean,
Let's see.
Spencer Strider gave up a home run in his first outing.
That is
Well, he was just
That-
putting teams off the scent.
a fact. That's a fact. He did.
So
did.
I mean,
That was in the script. It's not his fault.
It was in the script. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just the dark horses in the MLB are so hard. I can. I could go.
Rookie of the year is also just
Rookie of the year is a crapshoot.
yeah.
Right. You're guessing at that point.
Rookie.
That's just another name that I like.
Right. Pitching. I
Michael
think
Harris's
here-
preseason odds were probably, if you could find them, were far distant from the top.
There's certain guys that you could be outliers. Zach Gallen for the Diamondbacks could will them to a playoff spot if he does a crazy year. Him and Corbin Carroll, they could make a playoff spot. Shea McClanahan has a chance to win MVP. I'm not going to rule him out.
Yeah, I like that.
If you do go to minimum innings pitched as 130, the lowest FIP in baseball was Spencer Strider at 1.83 last year, and the second closest was 0.42 away with Carlos Rodon. So that's why I'm saying, if I'm objective, if I was looking at a leaderboard, I would pick the guy with the lowest FIP. So put in perspective, number 1 is 1.8, and number 9 is 2.8. So that's kind of how outlier-ish that he is. But once again, George Kirby for Seattle has a chance to be really good next year. Who else? Brandon Woodruff could have a bounce-back year. Yeah, I mean, I really don't know. Cy Young is one of those things where there's the guys, and that's it.
Yeah, it's such an uphill battle for the name.
Yeah, you gotta earn being a guy,
Right. You can't just be better. You have to be a lot better.
right? Grayson, did we agree on NL's MVP? Oh no, you said Acuna. I said Soto.
That's it, Ronnie.
Yeah, we had different MVPs.
Yordan Alvarez is the dark horse.
Yeah, and that's a
Yeah.
dark horse.
From
With a big
Valdez as
one.
well was nasty on the mound last year.
Framber Valdez. Yeah, Bailey, that's who I thought you were gonna say when you were talking about guys that for the Astros. But dark horse, is there?
It's the definition of a guess, is what it is.
For Cy Young.
You have to that's the cool thing about baseball is you kind of gotta earn it.
Right.
A quarterback can have a good season out of nowhere, new offensive scheme. When does that really happen?
Geno Smith. Yeah.
Right. When does that really happen with baseball? You
It's
either burst onto the scene, or it's a gradual.
Nestor Cortez.
I would rather watch my grandmother knit than watch Nestor Cortez pitch.
it would be faster.
He
Oh,
got he got a violation for not making eye contact with the batter today.
I hope his knees tear. I don't care. I don't like him. So, yeah, I mean, that's our Carlos Correa's kind of sneaky MVP pick.
That's
Aaron Buxton 40-1 if he plays more than 40 games.
Yeah, I'm not betting on that one.
No.
I like Matt Olson. I do like Matt Olson.
Austin Riley.
16 to 1.
He's got to hit some bombs. He's got to hit a lot of bombs.
That's talking baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our season awards, we'll have a graphic out on Twitter, probably drop that opening day. So Thursday. We'll put this out Wednesday. So hopefully you're listening to this on Wednesday. And then
That is
we'll see just how right we are about all of these.
Yeah, we
Because it
got
worked so well last year.
6 months until we'll figure
It
it
will
out.
take a little bit to see where we're at.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we'll probably
and
do a
we'll-
mid-season check-in.
Yeah, I was about to say, we'll probably do a mid-season review and preview or adjustment or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, try and call it from the halfway mark as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you stuck around this long, we appreciate it. This is on Apple and Spotify as you're probably listening to us. We do throw these up on YouTube as well. If you want to see the visual way that we got to all these picks, that's up there too. Twitter at the 1009 crossed 400 followers recently. I'm pretty sure I brought it up when we did it, but just in case I didn't, appreciate all of that. Now, if we could bring all those 400 people to this, we'd be cooking with oil, but
Rock and roll.
we're working on it. So again, appreciate it. And we'll be back next week with normal stuff like Lamar Jackson trying to never play football again.
And probably, is it next week, March Madness? Or is
Yeah,
it
Saturday and Monday are the next 2 times we'll have college basketball.
So probably Tuesday we might do a episode.
Yeah. Once UConn wins the national championship, we will recap it for you.
I had UConn in my Final Four.
I did not.
Out of
I
my-
just listened to the episode last week, and yeah, you had UConn.
So credit to Jacob. All right. Anything else?
Nah. Deuces.